Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. If you're new here, I'm Sino, and this channel is all about helping you navigate life's cosmic currents with clarity and purpose. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update on the celestial events shaping your journey. Today we're diving deep into something truly powerful, the super full moon in Taurus happening on November 5th, 2025. And let me tell you, this isn't just any full moon. This is a super moon, which means the moon will be at its closest points to Earth, amplifying its energy and influence on all of us. Taurus is the sign of stability, abundance, sensuality, and material security. When the moon is full in this earthy, Venus-ruled sign, we're being called to ground ourselves, reassess our values, and release what no longer serves our sense of security or commitment more deeply to what does. In this video, I'll break down exactly what the super full moon means for each and every zodiac sign, so stick around until the end to hear your personal forecast. And if you find value in this reading, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm share these cosmic insights with more people who need them. So now let's dive in. Before we get into the individual sign forecasts, let's talk about the overall energy of the super full moon in Taurus. Full moons are always about culmination, completion, and release. They illuminate what's been hidden and bring things to a head. But when you add the super elements, meaning the moon is at perigee, its closest approach to Earth, you get an intensification of all these themes. Emotions run higher, situations reach their breaking point faster, and the need for resolution becomes urgent. Taurus is a fixed Earth sign ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and values. Taurus energy is slow, steady, and deeply connected to the physical world. It's about what you can touch, taste, smell, see, and hear. It's about your bank account, your possessions, your body, your comforts, and your sense of worthiness. Under the super full moon, you might find yourself asking more important questions. What do I truly value? Am I building the security I desire? Where have I been stubborn or resistant to necessary change? What attachments need to be released? And how can I cultivate more abundance and pleasure in my life? The opposition between the sun in Scorpio and the moon in Taurus creates a powerful axis of transformation versus stability. Scorpio wants to dig deep, transform, merge, and let go of control. Taurus wants to hold on, preserve, maintain, and stay comfortable. This tension can manifest as a push-pull between your need for security and your need for profound change. This is also a time when financial matters, self-worth issues, and relationship values come into sharp focus. You might receive clarity about a financial situation, make an important decision about your resources, or have a breakthrough regarding your self-esteem. The key with the super full moon is to find the balance between holding on and letting go. Not everything needs to be released, but clinging too tightly to what's meant to evolve will only create more resistance. Now let's get into how this affects each zodiac sign. I'll be going through all 12 signs, so make sure to listen for your sun, moon, and rising signs for the most complete picture. Hey Aries! Aries, the super full moon is lighting up your second house of money, possessions, values, and self-worth. This is a major moment for you regarding your financial security and how you value yourself. Something is culminating around your income, spending habits, or material resources. You might receive a payment you've been waiting for, making a big purchase decision, or realize you need to change your relationship with money entirely. This could also be about recognizing your worth, whether that's asking for a raise, setting better boundaries around your time and energy, or finally acknowledging your talents and gifts. The Scorpio sun in your 8th house suggests this is also connected to shared resources, debts, investments, or what you owe others versus what others owe you. You might be settling a financial matter with a partner, dealing with taxes or inheritance issues, or making important decisions about joint finances. The message for you, Aries, is to get honest about your values. What do you truly value? Not what society says you should value, but what genuinely matters to you. When you align your resources with your authentic values, abundance flows more naturally. This is also a powerful time to release poverty consciousness or feelings of unworthiness. You are worthy simply because you exist. Your value isn't determined by your productivity or achievements. Under this full moon, work on building a healthier relationship with both money and self-worth. Practical steps to follow is review your budget, celebrate your financial wins no matter how small they are, and practice affirmations around abundance and worthiness. Hey Taurus! Taurus, the super full moon is happening in your sign, which makes this an incredibly personal and powerful moment for you. Full moons in your first house are all about you, your identity, your body, your personal goals, and how you show up in the world. Something significant is culminating in your life right now. This could be the completion of a personal transformation you've been undergoing, a major realization about who you are becoming, or a moment where you step fully into a new version of yourself. You might be releasing an old identity, letting go of how others have defined you, or shedding behaviors and patterns that no longer align with your authentic self. The opposition to the Scorpio sun in your 7th house suggests this is deeply connected to your relationships. Perhaps you're realizing how much you've changed within a partnership, or you're seeing clearly whether a relationship supports your growth or holds you back. This could also be about balancing your needs with the needs of others, finding that sweet spot between independence and intimacy. The super full moon is asking you, who are you without the roles you've played? Who are you without the expectations others have placed on you? What does your most authentic self look like? This is your moment to claim your power, Taurus. You're being asked to stand in your truth, own your worth, and stop making yourself smaller to make others comfortable. If there are aspects of yourself you've been hiding or suppressing, this full moon gives you the courage to let them shine. Practical steps you can follow for this full moon is do something that honors your body and your senses, like a luxurious bath, a good meal, or some time in nature. Write down who you're becoming and what you're ready to release. Hey Gemini! Gemini, the super full moon is activating your 12th house of the subconscious, spirituality, hidden matters, and closure. This is a deeply introspective time for you, where things happening beneath the surface are coming to light. You might be completing a period of isolation, finishing a creative or spiritual project you've been working on privately, or gaining important insights through dreams, meditation, or therapy. This is also the house of hidden enemies and self-undoing, so you might become aware of unconscious patterns, self-sabotaging behaviors, or fears that have been holding you back. The Scorpio sun in your 6th house connects this to your daily routines, health, and work. Perhaps you're realizing how stress or unexpressed emotions are affecting your physical health, or you're seeing patterns in your work life that stem from deeper psychological issues. This is a powerful time for healing, Gemini. This full moon is illuminating what needs to be released before you can move forward. This might be old grief, resentment, limiting beliefs, or outdated versions of yourself that you're still carrying. The 12th house is also about compassion and surrender. You're being asked to practice forgiveness, both for yourself and others. What burden can you finally put down? What story are you ready to complete? This is also an excellent time for any kind of spiritual practice, so meditation, journaling, energy work, or simply spending time in quiet reflection. The answers you seek are within you. You just need to create the space to hear them. Some practical steps for you this full moon is start a dream journal, schedule time for rest and reflection, and consider working with a therapist or spiritual counselor, and practice forgiveness rituals. Hi Cancer! Cancer, the super full moon is illuminating your 11th house of friendships, community, social networks, and future goals. Something is culminating in your social sphere or regarding your long-term aspirations. You might be ending a friendship that's run its course, recognizing who your true allies are, or experiencing a significant moment within a group or community you're part of. This could also manifest as achieving a goal you've been working toward, or gaining clarity about what you truly want for your future. The Scorpio sun in your 5th house suggests This is connected to your creative expression, romance, or what brings you joy. Perhaps you're realizing that certain friendships no longer support your creative growth, or you're finding your tribe among people who celebrate your authentic self-expression. This is about quality over quantity, Cancer. Taurus energy wants us to invest in what's real, stable, and valuable. Are your friendships reciprocal and nourishing? Do the communities you're part of align with your values? Are your goals truly yours, or are they based on what you think you should want? The full moon is also about your hopes and dreams for the future. What vision have you been holding? Is it time to release an old dream to make room for a new one? Or is it time to commit more fully to manifesting what you desire? The key is to surround yourself with people who see you, support you, and inspire you to grow. Release relationships that drain you or keep you small. Practical steps to take is reach out to friends who matter, get clear on your goals for the next year, consider joining a group or community aligned with your interests. Hi Leo. Leo, the super full moon is activating your 10th house of career, public image, reputation, and life direction. This is a significant moment in your professional life or regarding your life path. Something is culminating in your career. This could be recognition for your work, the completion of a major project, a job offer or change, or a moment where you're re-evaluating what success means to you. You might be releasing an old career path, letting go of others' expectations about what you should be doing, or stepping more fully into your authority and leadership. The Scorpio sun in your 4th house connects this to your home, family, and emotional foundations. There's a dynamic tension between your professional ambition and your personal life. Perhaps you're trying to find better work-life balance or realizing that true success includes emotional fulfillment and strong foundations at home. The full moon is asking you, what do you want to be known for? What legacy are you building? Does your career align with your authentic values? Taurus energy in your 10th house wants stability, recognition, and tangible results for your efforts. This is a time to acknowledge how far you've come and to make practical decisions about your next steps. If your current path isn't providing the security and satisfaction you need, this full moon gives you the clarity to make changes. This is also about owning your authority, Leo. You don't need to wait for permission or validation from others. Your worth isn't determined by your title or salary. Step into your power and trust that the right opportunities will follow. Some practical steps: update your resume or portfolio, have conversations about career advancement, set concrete professional goals, and celebrate your achievements. Hey Virgo. Virgo, the super full moon is lighting up your 9th house of higher learning, travel, beliefs, philosophy, and expansion. This is about broadening your horizons and questioning what you believe to be true. You might be completing educational pursuits, planning or returning from significant travel, publishing or teaching something, or experiencing a major shift in your worldview. This could also manifest as legal matters reaching resolution or spiritual beliefs evolving. The Scorpio sun in your 3rd house connects this to your daily communications, local environment, and how you process information. There's tension between the bigger picture and the day-to-day details, between faith and logic, between adventure and routine. This full moon is asking you, what do you believe about yourself and the world? Are these beliefs serving you or limiting you? What old stories or dogmas are you ready to release? Virgo, you're being called to expand beyond your comfort zone. While you excel at analysis and practical thinking, sometimes you need to take a leap of faith. This full moon might be showing you where skepticism or overthinking has kept you from opportunities for growth. This is also about seeking truth and meaning. Perhaps you're drawn to study something new, explore different philosophical or spiritual traditions, or connect with cultures and perspectives different from your own. Say yes to what expands you. If you've been wanting to travel, teach, write, or go back to school, this full moon brings either culmination or clarity about these desires. Some practical steps are: enroll in a course, book a trip, start writing that book or blog, explore different spiritual or philosophical teachings, or question your limiting beliefs. Hey Libra. Libra, the super full moon is activating your eighth house of transformation, shared resources, intimacy, and rebirth. This is one of the most intense areas of your chart, and this full moon is bringing something significant to the surface. You might be dealing with financial matters involving others, so settling debts, making decisions about investments, navigating inheritance issues, or discussing shared finances with a partner. This could also be about the emotional and psychological depth of your relationships, so dealing with trust issues, power dynamics, or the need for greater intimacy and vulnerability. The Scorpio sun in your second house connects this to your personal resources, values, and self-worth. There's a dynamic between what's yours and what's shared, between independence and interdependence, between self-sufficiency and allowing yourself to receive support. The full moon is asking you, what needs to transform? What are you holding onto that's actually holding you back? And where do you need to trust more deeply? The eighth house is also about psychological healing and facing our shadows. You might be processing grief, releasing old trauma, or having breakthrough moments in therapy. This is powerful territory, Libra, and it requires courage to look at what's beneath the surface. This is also about sexual intimacy and the merging of energies with another person. Perhaps you're deepening intimacy in a relationship or recognizing where fear of vulnerability has kept you distant. The message is one of surrender and transformation. Not everything can be balanced and harmonious, Libra. Sometimes growth requires us to descend into the depths and emerge transformed. Some practical steps are: have honest conversations about finances with partners, address trust issues in relationships, work with a therapist, and practice letting go of control. Hey Scorpio. Scorpio, the super full moon is illuminating your seventh house of partnerships, marriage, contracts, and one-on-one relationships. With the sun in your sign opposing the moon in Taurus, this is a powerful moment of clarity regarding your closest relationships. Something is culminating in a partnership, whether romantic, business, or otherwise. This could be a commitment deepening, a relationship ending, or a moment of truth where you and another person must get honest about your dynamic. You might also be signing contracts, finalizing agreements, or making important decisions about partnerships. The tension in this full moon is between your needs and someone else's needs, between independence and interdependence, between self-focus and relationship focus. Scorpio energy wants depth, transformation, and intensity. Taurus energy wants stability, comfort, and peace. How do you balance these within your relationships? This full moon is asking you, are your relationships reciprocal and balanced? Do they allow for both security and growth? Are you being truly seen and valued? You might be realizing where you've compromised too much or where you've been too controlling. The healthiest partnerships allow both people to maintain their individuality while creating something together. This full moon shows you whether your current relationship supports this or not. This is also about how you show up in partnerships. Are you bringing your whole authentic self, or are you playing a role to maintain the relationship? True intimacy requires vulnerability and honesty. The practical steps for this full moon for you are: have deep conversations with your partner, reassess relationship dynamics, set clear boundaries, or if you're single, get clear on what you truly want in a partnership. Hey Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the super full moon is activating your sixth house of health, daily routines, work, and service. This is about the practical matters of daily life and how you care for your body and well-being. Something is culminating around your health. This could be seeing results from wellness efforts, receiving a diagnosis or health information, or recognizing that you need to make changes in your routines. You might also be completing a work project, changing jobs, or gaining clarity about how you want to serve and contribute. The Scorpio sun in your 12th house connects this to your subconscious patterns, spiritual life, and what's been hidden. Perhaps you're realizing how stress, unexpressed emotions, or spiritual disconnection is affecting your physical health, or you're seeing patterns in your work life that stem from deeper psychological issues. This full moon is asking you, are your daily habits supporting your well-being? Is your work fulfilling? How can you serve others while also serving yourself? Sagittarius, you'll known for your love of freedom and adventure, but the sixth house asks you to commit to the mundane necessities of life. Healthy routines, regular exercise, nutritious food, adequate sleep, these aren't restrictions on your freedom. They're what give you the energy and vitality to pursue your adventures. This is also about your relationship with work. Are you doing work that aligns with your values? Are you being fairly compensated? Do you feel appreciated and useful? The key is finding routines and work that feel meaningful rather than obligatory. When your daily life aligns with your larger purpose, everything flows better. Some practical steps for you: schedule a health checkup, revamp your morning routine, organize your workspace, consider a job change if needed, and practice better work-life boundaries. Hey Capricorn! Capricorn, the super full moon is lifting up your fifth house of creativity, romance, pleasure, and self-expression. This is about joy, play, and what makes your heart sing. Something is culminating in your creative life. This could be completing a creative project, receiving recognition for your artistic work, or making decisions about how you want to express yourself. This could also manifest in your romantic life, relationships deepening, clarity about a romantic situation, or releasing a relationship that isn't aligned. The Scorpio sun in your 11th house connects this to your friendships, community, and future goals. There's a dynamic between personal joy and collective belonging, between what you create for yourself and what you contribute to the group. This full moon is asking you, what brings you genuine joy? When was the last time you did something purely for pleasure? How can you express yourself more authentically? Capricorn, you're known for discipline and ambition, but this full moon reminds you that your life isn't just about achievement. It's also about pleasure, play, creativity, and love. When did you last do something just because it felt good, without worrying about productivity or outcomes? This is also about your inner child. What did you love to do as a child before the world told you to be practical? What creative pursuits have you abandoned because they weren't serious enough? This full moon invites you to reclaim that playful, expressive part of yourself. If you have children or work with them, this full moon might also bring important moments with young people. Some practical steps to take during this full moon is schedule time for creative activities. Go on a date or romantic adventure, spend time with children, or do something purely for fun. Hey Aquarius! Aquarius, the super full moon is activating your fourth house of home, family, routines, and emotional foundations. This is about where you come from and what makes you feel safe and nourished. Something is culminating around your home or family life. This could be moving, renovating, resolving family matters, or gaining insight into how your past is affecting your present. You might also be working through ancestral patterns, processing childhood experiences, or creating a stronger sense of belonging. The Scorpio sun in your 10th house connects this to your career and public life. There's tension between professional ambitions and personal needs, between what the world expects of you and what your heart requires, and between outer success and inner peace. This full moon is asking you, what do you need to feel emotionally secure? What patterns from your family or childhood are you ready to release? And how can you create a home that truly nurtures you? Aquarius, you're often focused on the future, innovation, and the collective, but this full moon brings you back to your roots and heart. Your emotional well-being matters just as much as your ideas and contributions to the world. This is also about defining family on your own terms. Family doesn't have to be defined by blood. It can be whoever makes you feel seen, safe, and loved. This full moon might bring clarity about who truly belongs in your inner circle. If you've been considering changes to your living situation, this full moon brings either culmination or clarity about these decisions. Some practical steps to take would be: make your home more comfortable, have important conversations with your family, process childhood experiences, and create rituals that make you feel grounded and safe. Hey Pisces! Pisces, the super full moon is illuminating your third house of communication, learning, local community, and mental processes. This is about how you think, communicate, and connect with your immediate environment. Something is culminating around communication. This could be finishing a writing project, having an important conversation, making decisions about education, or gaining clarity in how you express yourself. You might also experience significant moments with siblings or neighbors or within your local community. The Scorpio sun in your ninth house connects this to your beliefs, higher learning, and bigger picture thinking. There's a dynamic between day-to-day details and philosophical perspectives, between facts and faith, and between what you know and what you believe. This full moon is asking you, are you communicating your truth clearly? What knowledge or skills are you ready to share? How can you bridge the gap between your spiritual insights and everyday communication? Pisces, you often receive information intuitively and spiritually, but this full moon asks you to ground your insights in practical communication. How can you translate your mystical knowing into language others can understand? This is also about learning and curiosity. What have you been wanting to learn? What conversations have you been avoiding? This full moon gives you the courage to speak up and ask questions. You might also be making decisions about short trips, connecting more with your neighbors or local community, or using your voice in ways that feel more authentic. Some practical steps to take is start that blog or social media presence, have conversations you've been avoiding, take a short trip, sign up for a class, or reach out to siblings or neighbors. And there you have it, beautiful souls, your complete guide to the super full moon in Taurus on November 5th, 2025. Remember, full moons are always powerful, but the super moon amplifies everything. Whatever house this is activating in your chart, expect culmination, clarity, and the need for release. Taurus asks us to get grounded in our values, to build real security, and to trust in our worthiness. The key with any full moon is to work with the energy rather than resist it. If something is ending, trust that it's making space for something better. If something is culminating, celebrate your progress. If clarity is emerging, use it to make empowered decisions. Take some time on November 5th to release what no longer serves you. Write it down and burn it safely. Take a ritual bath, meditate, or simply spend time in nature. Honor what you're completing and set intentions for what you're calling in. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology for more astrological guidance. Drop a comment below letting me know what sign you are and what resonated most with you. I love hearing from you. But until next time, be blessed and I'll see you in the next video.